Yesterday, Blizzard destroyed what's left of Diablo 4, and today, well, Blizzard seemingly is destroying what's left of Blizzard. I wish I could say that this is something special, but honestly, for Blizzard, this is just another day in the office.
Is going to give $6 million to any team not renewing their agreement with the Overwatch League. So the Overwatch League is effectively fucking dead. If the teams do not vote to continue under an updated operating agreement, the termination fee of $6 million will be payable to each participating team entity. Total fee approximating $114 million.
That's a lot of money.
So it's looking pretty obvious that the Overwatch League is dead.
Yep.
Now, let's talk about why the Overwatch League is dead.
Because Overwatch is shit?
It's because Overwatch is dead. That's why. People watch games that they play. They don't watch games that they don't play. There are exceptions like Counter-Strike and Rocket League that are so...
And Dota. Dota is also one of those strange things where it's actually a popular game by most metrics, and, well, it has way more watchers of competitive games, no matter how small the tournament, by the way, because it's absolutely competitively watchable fire. It's active, it's everything, honestly.
So easy to understand, like an 80-year-old fucking person it's never played video games ever, can understand it. But Overwatch is apparently not only getting rid of their league, it's also coming to Steam. Blizzard games coming to Steam starting with Overwatch 2 on August 10th, which is kind of fucking nutty that they're bringing it out on Steam. And I think
that's not just nutty, that is complete insanity. Blizzard bringing a game to Steam is literally admitting that the game has no future. It is literally done and dusted. It's a last-ditch attempt to maybe get a little bit more out of it and maybe get a player base a little bit larger. But it's literally like admitting defeat. When you have your own launcher in your Blizzard, you want everyone to use that launcher because you know what happens when you want to play Diablo 4? Well, you open it up and what do you see? An ad for a buyable mount in World of Warcraft. And that's valuable, because some people do click on that time to time. But in Steam, that's not happening.
That's a great thing, by the way. I'm very happy about this. This is good. But why? Why not? I mean, every launcher having more games is good for the average player. Because that way you don't have to download as many programs, and you don't have, like... Am I the only person that doesn't like having a launcher for every single company that I play a video game from? I think that's so annoying. I hate it. So yeah, that's the way that I feel about it. So yeah, because Microsoft, yeah, so I mean, and also, like, I'm not I love Steam. I think Steam is, like, 99 times out of 100 in the right and doing the right thing and good. However, I do not want to have Steam that has a monopoly. Like, I am thankful. And I know people might be upset about this. I am thankful for the Epic Games Store. I am thankful for, the EA launcher. I'm thankful for, like, Battle.net. Because these things...
Is this like a hot take, or is this like a, supposed to be an unpopular take? Because I'm pretty sure everyone literally thinks exactly the same.
Things are options in a free market. And if we don't have any options, we are fucked. Trust me. So yes, options are great, and I'm very happy about them, and Blizzard giving us more of them is a very big W. So let's go ahead and read. I'm not going to read all of this.
That's a lot.
Okay, so let's see here. Gamers and developers are both going to benefit from Overwatch 2 coming to Steam, said Gabe Newell, Valve's president. Which is amazing. I'm very happy to see this. It's our goal at Blizzard to listen to players and try to exceed their expectations in everything that we do.
Classic Blizzard lie.
It's true. Blizzard actually just recently exceeded my expectations with the Diablo 4 patch notes. I thought they were going to be bad. Turns out they were awful.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Let's go ahead and scroll down and read the rest of it. As far as what's the next game on Blizzard Steam, we'll be sharing more about the potential games coming in the platform whenever the time is right. Okay, so more games are coming to Steam. That's basically it. So, this is obviously a good thing for Overwatch. I also think that this means that Overwatch isn't doing very well on its own. Because...
yeah, basic.
Apparently people just aren't playing Overwatch, it seems.
Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why people are not playing a game where it takes 1 year to balance a completely broken meta that literally not even the minority of elitists like to play. I wonder why. How could this happen?
It's like, I would bet that the reason why they're doing this is because Overwatch just isn't making a lot of money. And so they want to bring it out on Steam as well to try to just get as many people as possible. And having it be exclusive on their launcher isn't seen as a value to the company anymore. That's what I think, okay? Like,
Every company, by the way, this Overwatch is not the first to do it with Blizzard. For example, big gaming companies that have their own launchers especially do this only when it's time for the game to die. For example, one of the greatest is Fallout 76. Bethesda literally understood. Yeah, if we don't put this on Steam and hope get a little bit of a boost, it's an absolute disaster. And guess what? It was a disaster, and it's still a disaster. But hey, putting it on Steam and giving up on their own launcher at least gave them a couple of more pennies, because currently the people who play Fallout 76 are insane. I'm just gonna put it out there. There is the most sane Fallout 76 player currently is banging his head against the wall because he thinks it's fun. Most sane, in fact. 100%. That game, I have played it. I played it 3 months ago. And it's not a lot better since launch. Let me tell you that. You can still throw grenades through walls. You can shoot through walls. VATS doesn't work. This bugs out. Clipping, graphic glitches. Everything. The game... After how many years it has been now? 3, 4, 5 years? It's still a disaster.
I don't work there, but like, I'm just guessing. So anyway, Overwatch, it does not stop there. It gets worse. Overwatch, the league for Overwatch, OWL, investment report indicated that Overwatch League was less than 1% of their revenue. So basically, Blizzard was making no money on Overwatch League, and it's really not a surprise.
What was their expectancy, though, for it? Probably wasn't honestly huge.
This is why I think Overwatch League didn't do well. Actually, let me read a few comments here, and I'll kind of see what they say, and I'll build off of that. Next up is Overwatch going on maintenance mode. Can't say this is unexpected. I'll give you some little surprise.
The funniest part about that, it's Overwatch 2, a completely new game, am I right? It hasn't been even out for a year. The new game, Overwatch 2, obviously, I mean. And already on maintenance mode, potentially. Wow.
Overwatch went on maintenance mode the moment they announced Overwatch 2. And it actually went on maintenance mode the moment they announced that there's going to be no PvE. I think that, like, them announcing that there's not going to be PvE in Overwatch 2 is the equivalent of them saying we give up on the game, and that's it. So
now, the dark truth is Blizzard understood that it's impossible to make a PvE mode because the PvE mode was supposed to be about story. And, well, what kind of story can you write about Overwatch characters that are literally designed from the ground up to be nothing but diversity checkboxes? And that's, by the way, true. Think about it. What kind of story are you going to design about everyone's favorite character, Diva? She's a gamer girl. That's literally her whole persona from start to finish. Lucio, a guy who likes music. Yeah, I'm sure. Reinhardt. Oh, he's German. Yeah, the only way you can tell that he's German is literally a slight accent, and that's his whole personality again. Tracer. Well, previously her whole personality was her ass, but now it's her being a lesbian. You see, you can't really write good stories about characters that were never intended to actually have anything even remotely close to a legitimate story.
So yeah, Blizzard is down to 2 functional IPs, and then they are rapidly killing Diablo, which leads them with just WoW. That's true. However, you have to keep in mind, Microsoft could easily dump Blizzard and just keep Activision king at this point. That's actually a good point. I don't think that's really possible, like, like legally, right?
That would be the most stupidest thing to attempt in the world. Why does this even get upvotes? This is like the argument that Amazon is gonna ditch Twitch, the biggest streaming platform on the internet, because people don't sometimes like it. It's the same level of literally I have no clue what I'm talking about argument.
Right, but who knows? I'm not sure. StarCraft is a great IP. I think everybody has a positive opinion of StarCraft.
True.
And I think people like Overwatch. People just don't like the game Overwatch. Like, the reason why people are unhappy that the PvE was canceled for Overwatch is because they wanted it. Think about it, right? If, like, for example, whenever Heroes of the Storm, Blizzard threw in the towel with Heroes of the Storm, it was like taking, you know, it's like fucking, you know, the dog is, you know, blind, he got 3 legs, and he's got, like, some, like, fatal disease. You take him out into the back with the shotgun, like, hey, you know, we had some good times, but this is what we gotta do for you, all right, Sparky? I love you, boy. Yeah, take old Yeller out into the back, yeah. And you just had to do it, right? And it's like you're doing it for you're doing it for its own good, right? With Heroes of the Storm. But Overwatch was different because people liked Overwatch. People thought Overwatch was a great game. Like I know, like the lore of a lot of the characters in Overwatch. Like I think it's a fun game. I've even got friends, right? Like Jeff. Yo, I can't believe this. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Jeff is top 500 in Overwatch. Can you believe that?
Of 200 players. That's impressive.
Our friend Jeff. He hit top 500. So, people like Overwatch. They love it. But damn, it's like the only people that don't like Overwatch is Blizzard. They got like 500 people playing? No. Well, all I'm saying is I think that there are a lot of people that play Overwatch, but it's not as many as there were. And the interest of Overwatch has gone down a lot because the game, I don't really think the game has evolved. Like, what was Overwatch in 2017 is basically Overwatch in 2023. Like, you go back, you look at Fortnite in 2017, different game. 2018, very different game. You look at PUBG, kind of different game. And I think that, like, Warzone...
yeah,
Apex,
everything's
right?
different game after that.
They've changed a lot. So that's why. Fortnite's worse. I think Fortnite is way better than Overwatch, personally. Like, I think it's like 1,000 times better. But anyway, point is that the game, like... why did Overwatch League fail? You want to know the main reason why Overwatch League failed? It's because, as I said, people don't play the game. Every game that has a massive player base that's a PC-based game, if they want to do esports, they will have a massive audience of people that will watch. Valorant, CSGO, Call of Duty, any of these PC-based games, Fortnite, any of these PC-based games are going to be fucking massive. League of Legends, Rocket League, Rainbow Six, Dota,
Do people actually watch Rainbow Six? I have never heard of it. But Overwatch is fundamentally different than the comparisons he's giving. And again, Overwatch would be watchable by people if it was interesting. But Overwatch is not interesting to watch, considering not a lot is happening there. It's supposed to be a shooter, but the reality of Overwatch is this looks like this. Here's the map, here's one team, here's the other, and they're doing this. Pew, 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 back. Pew, 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 back. Pew, 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 oh, we kill one, push. Back. Pew, 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 and until someone wins. That's just sad to watch, not interesting.
Well, I don't know about Halo. I don't know if Halo really pops off anymore. But Halo is the same problem, really, because like a lot of people don't play Halo anymore. But anyway, the point is that if you don't have people that care about your game enough to play it, you can be damn sure they're not going to care about your game enough to watch it. So guess what happens? The viewership goes down, and I remember seeing the Overwatch League, the streams on YouTube, and it had like 60,000 viewers. And it's like 60,000 viewers,
at the
that
start,
might sound like
I think,
a lot,
yeah.
But whenever it's getting embedded in probably 5 different places, so like that's probably 10, 20K viewers that aren't really authentic, and you put all that together, man, is Overwatch League really doing very well at all? I don't think so. It's very bad. Fudge numbers. Yeah, I think
Sad.
so. Overwatch League failed because it was mismanaged. Overwatch League failed, number one, because nobody plays the game anymore, so nobody cares about it, and there's no intrinsic fan base for the content.
No one plays Dota anymore, but the competitive scene is watched and enjoyed by everyone because it's just so fun to watch, and even though most people don't know what's happening.
That's the main reason why it failed. It would not matter, because think about it like this, okay? Overwatch League had the exact same problems, like in terms of like these weird cities, like, oh, it's based off of a city. What the fuck are you talking about, a city? Like, there's people that come from like another country that are representing another city they've never been to. What the fuck is this? Like, it had all of these problems whenever it came out. And
that sounds
great.
Like not a problem.
But the reason why it didn't matter is because the player base carried the game. So the moment that you don't have a player base for the game, you don't have a viewer base for the game either. And it's the same thing with video games. So, what are some of the most popular games right now?
Just chatting.
League of Legends, Grand Theft Auto, Valorant, Minecraft, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Counter-Strike, I don't know what this one is, and Call of Duty, and Diablo 4. These are some
Did he just literally ignore Teamfight Tactics for no reason?
of the most popular games in the world right now. Straight up.
Yep.
Like, they're the most popular games. Skip TFT. I thought TFT, yeah, I mean, I guess you have
Wait,
TFT.
that's a lot of views. How is that possible? I thought TFT was actually, like, slowly kind of, you know, dying off. Wow. I'm surprised.
Oh, I mean, I thought it was kind of like a phone game. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I guess I don't really notice it enough. Anyway, like...
By the way, how is Dead by Daylight literally this good all this time? Is anyone going to talk about it? Because this game is old at this point. It capitalized when the survival, you know, survive big baddie genre was literally at its peak. And it hasn't fallen off. It's actually gotten bigger, if I'm not mistaken, over time. That's insane.
The most popular games in general for PC gaming focus, they're going to be the most popular games on Twitch as well, in general. So there's going to be a trend, especially like, I mean, obviously there's a million other factors,
yes,
but this
basic
is a general thing. So what does this mean? This means that if people aren't watching the game, people aren't consuming YouTube videos about the game, people aren't doing anything with the game, nobody cares about the game, well, nobody's going to watch it either. Let's see, where's Overwatch?
Yes, basic stuff.
I must have missed it, right? I mean,
I don't see it also, by the way. Oh. Wow.
And look why all these people have viewers. Drops. Everybody's got drops. So, like, you got drops on the stream, well, then that's...
Most likely, most of these are also view botting.
It's going to change how many people are watching it, right? Honkai Star Rail has drops as well. There's going to be more people watching it right now than usual. It's the same with other games as well. I think Diablo 4 doesn't have drops anymore, but it used to. The point is that obviously it's effectively view botting. So like Overwatch would probably be somewhere down here if it didn't have drops. So it's sad to see what's happened, but Blizzard has done it to themselves. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with Overwatch 2. Is that the Overwatch League is pretty much all but dead. Blizzard is not going to... they're literally paying people effectively to leave. It seems that way. And that's it.
It's probably something about the contracts,
Kinda
if
sad.
I would have to guess.
It was a really cool idea whenever they had, whenever they started it. But Twitch viewership is not what makes the game popular. Yeah, but I've got this really stupid idea that interest in a video game does somehow correlate to interest in a video game. I don't know. I mean, maybe...
I don't know how stupid you need to be to try to argue this point. That if a game has 1 million viewers, it's gonna have probably a bigger impact on the Twitch numbers than a game with 10 viewers in total. Not 10 viewers, but 10 players in total. Like, who even tries to argue that point? Like, bruh!
Maybe I'm just a fucking idiot, okay? Maybe I'm just a
Not this
idiot.
time.
But I think that, there's probably some sort of, similarity there. Anyway, so... point is that
not the word you
I don't
should
really
have
think
used.
that I think Overwatch is basically done. Like, until they want to do Overwatch 3 and promise PvE content again, I think Overwatch is done. Like, they're probably going to put it on the maintenance mode, just release battle passes over and over, and pretty much give up on the game.
Yep.
That's what I think is pretty much what's going to happen.
Admittedly, they would have still done that if even they didn't give up on the game.
No, I'm going to be honest. Imagine if they announce Overwatch 3 and then still back out of the PvE.
Yes!
Yeah, I feel like if they were going to do that, they'd have to just like do it randomly and just say it's ready. Just because the game isn't top 10 on Twitch doesn't mean it's a dead game. Yeah, but like here's the thing, right? Is that you know how much it was to get into the Overwatch League? How much to buy a franchise spot? I mean,
probably
it's public
millions,
knowledge,
I
right?
think.
So like people know about this. Literally, $15 to $30 million.
Jeez.
Like 20 was the number that I heard a lot. $20 million. So if you're dropping $20 million,
is that more than in League of Legends? I'm not sure, but that sounds. Was that when the super hype was building when it first released? I'm not sure.
Just to be part of this league, and then the game isn't even breaking the top 10 on Twitch. Where the fuck is that money going? Where is it?
I think that was at the start, because currently we are experiencing the giant bubble of competitive esports bursting, because companies are understanding, wait a minute, why are we sponsoring this competitive league of bullshit and paying them literal millions if we can actually track that this is not even giving us sales? And slowly the bubble is bursting. And by bursting, I mean it's actually going down to what it should have honestly been at the start. And this is affecting the whole landscape of competitive gaming pretty much as a whole. Because everyone was super hyped. Oh my god, everyone needs to, be a sponsor of whatever competitive team exists out there, right? Well, turns out that's kind of useless. Everyone wanted to do it. The price of becoming a sponsor goes up. And at one point, wait a minute, it's been literally 3 years since we have sponsored you, and we have not received any sales from sponsoring you. It is literally pointless. You're costing us money. We will sponsor you, but we're retracting 2 zeros from your contract, where it should have been at the first place. This is what hype does, by the way.
Where's the money going? Well, obviously it's not going anywhere. That's why nobody's doing it. That's why they're paying people to fucking leave. Yeah, you're deleting the money. To Bobby, yes, Bobby is eating the money. Bro, that's a lie, right? No, it's not. Franchise spots are huge. Call of Duty League's the same thing. You should look into it. Like, there's a reason why OTK didn't really go into esports that much, okay? The essence of esports in the last 10 years is, can I borrow $20? I'll pay you back from the $5 I owe you last week, next month, whenever I get my paycheck. And that's been going on for esports
for the last 10 years.
And finally, investors...
10 years is not true.
Venture capitalists, just in general, the market has begun to wake up and realize that esports isn't profitable. It doesn't convert people the same way that basketball does. There are just too many other factors. There are, and also, like, keep in mind, this is so important for me. I'm glad I remembered this. I am talking about it in the context of a Western audience. South Americans, insane fans. Massive. I'm so jealous. Spanish community, which is like kind of like a little bit of the same, massive, super supportive. Korean, fucking huge. Western audiences, though, it just doesn't happen. And also maybe it will happen.
That's true.
But it hasn't happened. People are scaling back on esports in general, and obviously Overwatch League is one of the biggest leagues, and so that's what it's going to be. I think franchising hurt a lot of esports teams. Well, it's also that, you know what else hurts esports teams, and I might get some hate for this, but it's paying people that are, that just play a video game $100,000 a year whenever you don't make that money back. You can't, like, they don't stream, they don't build the brand that much, they don't do anything else except for play this game. So the only way that you can monetize them is by hopefully selling jerseys with their names on it that also have sponsors' names on it. But how do they build their notoriety? Well, they have to win tournaments, but unless you're winning tournaments all the time, nobody cares who you are.
That's true.
Like, that's it.
And if you're winning, and again, the over bloat means that a team, because sponsors saw this, right? A team that they are sponsoring is actually winning. They have a huge fan base, but for some stupid reason, it's not translating to money. It's so easy to see in this case. And by the way, when I say so easy to see, I mean blatantly easy to see. Because marketing is one of those funny things that a lot of companies value extremely highly, even though in reality, when we're talking about traditional marketing, unless it's some kind of e-commerce thing, but for normal day, non-gamer, physical good buyers, it is so hard to translate is marketing actually doing something or is marketing detracting from it. You have the sales statistics, you have everything, but I'll be damned if you can actually go and say, yeah, this is marketing. Marketing achieved this. Yeah, no. Maybe not. It's so hard to tell.
Weird how those players don't stream. Yeah, you have to, like, the thing is that the only way that these companies make their money back with a lot of these players is if the players also stream and help build the brand of the team. Because people that just play the game all the time, what the fuck are they doing for the company? How the fuck can you justify giving this person $85,000 a year? That's just how it is. It's just math. Moist knows that esports is a money sink, but he loves it. Moist and like Charlie and Ludwig have another factor that also Disguised Toast has, is that they monetize esports in a way that traditional brands aren't able to. Is that because they're content creators by themselves, they're able to make content about the esports and then make money off of making that content, which causes the gap between money spent and money made to be a lot smaller. Charlie's losing money? Yeah, but he's losing money at a rate that's much less than what other esports teams are.
That's true. That's classical double dipping, by the way.
Losing, right? So, like, let's say they're losing, they're getting a return on their investment of like 60% or 40% of their investment. Maybe Charlie's doing 80 or 90. Maybe he's doing 60 and they're doing 20. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's better for Moist Moguls. And that's why they're smart for doing it the way that they do it. And Disguised Toast also tried doing that with the Valorant team, but Valorant is too fucking expensive. Straight up, it's too fucking expensive. And didn't he say it costed $1 million? False, every team has YouTube channels. Every team does have YouTube channels, but if you're going to compare Ludwig and Charlie to some no-name brand's YouTube channel where they put out a video that gets 43,000 views, you're delusional. You're insane. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you think some random fucking brand that gets no views, like, or maybe 1 million views, 2 million views a month, is even in the same universe as Charlie or Ludwig that have multiple channels that bring out videos regularly that get over 1 million views? No, you're crazy. It's not even in the same, like, it's not the same universe.
How are people comparing this? I mean, Asmongold is... I'm surprised he's actually making this bare minimum of sense, because I could have already interrupted and explained things why he's wrong 1 million times. But, man, those are some freaky, stupid people that are currently asking these questions and saying these things to him. Wow.
It's completely different. The teams are the problem. The players that would, it's the players that make the sport. Yeah. 43K views for an esports team is usually generous. Yeah. Brands and orgs need to go back to putting out their own events, cut out the developer sanction.
By the way, that guy who said 40, yeah, that's actually pretty good for a random esports team.
Events, they're fucking highway robbery. The problem why they can't do that is because the developer owns the IP and they own the rights to decide what happens with the IP. So they literally can't do that. Anyway, I want to watch a video about Diablo before we do the Fortnite stuff. I'm gonna do that now, but I would watch this one here. I just wanted to say about the Overwatch stuff. It's really sad. I like Overwatch. I really like the world of Overwatch. I was super excited for the PvE. I feel like with them announcing that PvE isn't happening, and also the just like obviously, you know, we're kind of like going in towards like.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Anyway, this was Citizen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye bye.